My message to the charities, pull your finger out.
There's no doubt those that have so generously donated expect the money to go where they intended it to go.
It's as much an operational issue as it is a trust issue, because it's all about getting help to people who need it.
The Salvation Army, $42 million donated to the bushfire appeal, $8 million dished out so far. Vinnie's, $12.5 million donated, $2.4 million in people's pockets. The Red Cross, more than $115 million donated, $30 million committed to bushfire victims, just $7 million handed out so far.
The money's needed now, not to sit in a Red Cross bank account earning interest so that they can map out their next 3 years and do their marketing.
In the disaster zones, frustrations are boiling over.
Their red tape and their forms to fill out and their 5 to 7 business days to get back in touch with someone isn't going to fix this situation.
Coffee roaster Matt Hatcher is helping with relief efforts near Bateman's Bay, south of Sydney. He says the money isn't getting through quickly enough.
There's people who've lost their house who are only getting $1,000, or they may not tick the boxes to even receive that. I think the feeling on the ground overall is that the money is there, no one's getting it.
But the charities say they're doing everything they can.
The $43 million is pledged, and we have of that money $11 million available. 80% of the money available we are distributing in hardship payments now.
The Red Cross, which is copping the worst of the criticism, is defending itself against claims it's not only slow to move, but stashing the cash for admin fees and other disasters.
We absolutely want people to trust that we have the best intention and we are doing everything we can to be 100% focused on this.
So when will we see more of our money get to those who need it most?
Noel Clemens, the Director of Australian Services at the Red Cross, joins us now. Now, Noel, according to the Daily Telly, your spokesperson said that some of the funds would be saved to go towards future disasters. So tonight, can you just be incredibly clear with us how much of what's been raised, $115 million, will go to the victims of these current bushfires?
Yep, no, thank you. Very happy to be clear about it. So we've been raising funds since July to support our work in disasters. So $5 million of those funds is used to support our work in bushfires and other disasters that we know are going to come in coming months. That's what we'd started to raise for in July. So the rest of the funds will all be used to support communities affected by bushfires. That includes recovery work and includes financial assistance and a range of measures that we're still working through how we best respond to those communities.
So how then do you explain that initial quote? Were you misquoted to the Daily Telegraph?
So I think there was clearly a misunderstanding. We had announced that we would spend $30 million on emergency grants. What we've been clear about as well, though, is that that wasn't the only assistance, that this would be a staged process, that we would continue to announce assistance and continue to support communities that have been affected.
So how long do you expect those stages to go on for, Noel?
Look, good question. So what we're very focused on at the moment is what immediate assistance can we provide. So that $30 million is $10,000 grants for everybody who've lost their homes and $20,000 for immediate costs for people who've sadly lost loved ones. And then what we'll want to do is have funds that are available for people, particularly for rebuilding. And that could be in a number of months' time. So recovery for communities is long-term, but we know that support is needed now and we're focused on that as well.
So what percentage of that $115 million is actually going to go into administration fees?
So what we've said from the outset is that up to 10 cents in the dollar could be used for administration, but our commitment is to keep that as low as possible. So that means using pro bono support, using volunteers and other ways to keep that cost low. But some administration is going to be necessary to make sure we're processing grant applications, make sure we're getting assistance to people as quickly as possible. But our firm commitment is we will keep that as low as possible, and we don't expect to be spending anything like 10 cents in the dollar.
All right, Noel, thanks so much for your time this evening.
Pleasure. Thank you.